Yes. Oh, yes. It's intriguing. It's captivating. It's entertaining. And it's enlightening. Get ready for a show that goes beyond the ordinary, where every story has a deeper meaning, every conversation leaves an impact, and every moment is worth remembering. Welcome to Beyond the Surface with KBB. A show designed to inform, inspire, entertain, and transform lives. Here's what awaits you: street polls, inspirational spotlight, laugh lounge, the deep dive, and the impact zone. This is more than a show. It's a movement. It's a conversation. It's an experience. This is Beyond the Surface with KBB. Exploring life, inspiring change, and creating impact. Don't just watch. Be part of the journey.
Beyond the surface with KBB, with KBB. Beyond the surface, exploring life, inspiring change, creating impact.
Hello, my name is Benny. You are welcome to Beyond the Surface with KBB. And today we have Aisha in the building.
Thank you, and welcome to another episode of Beyond the Surface with KBB.
All right, today in our deep dive segment, we are privileged, a rare privilege, to host Dr. Emmanuel Ideyin Shaibu. He is also known as the Millennium Entrepreneur. Dr. Emmanuel, you're welcome to Beyond the Surface with KBB.
It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm happy to be here.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
All right, in Nigeria, there's a saying, they say, monkey they walk, baboon they chop. You know, and the pastor said, hard work is not equals to more money. True. So I would like to ask you, sir, why is it that in Nigeria, a lot of people work hard? You know, they work hard, but yet they even struggle to be able to feed themselves daily. They work hard, but they are still living in abject poverty.
Thank you very much. First of all, you living well is not a function of how much you earn. The first thing is how much of financial intelligence do you have?
Wow.
And I'm glad that we are doing this because many people think that money or the amount of money they earn is a function of how they should live. But the bottom line is that many people lack financial intelligence because financial intelligence will grow into what we call financial literacy. So, what is financial intelligence? We need to lay the foundation properly. Now, I define financial intelligence since 2019 as what you know about financial resources, what you do with what you know, and how what you do makes you financially better. So, there is a knowing, there is a doing, and there is a how you do it. Bill Walsh says, if your why is strong enough, you will figure out how. Many people do not know why or how they are doing things with their finances. So the question is, what are financial resources? Unfortunately, in our climate, people think financial resources is money. Unfortunately, financial resources is more than money. There are 5 basic resources that constitute what finance is. Number 1 is your gifts and talent. There is no human being among the 8.3 billion people on the face of the earth that does not have a gift or a talent. Yes. That's number 1. The next financial resource is people. There is nobody that did not grow up in a community, in a family, that did not go to a school. So what we call social capital is lacking. So you have your talent, you have your people, then you have time as the third financial resource. Everybody currently living wakes up every day with 86,400 seconds credited into your time account. Wow. What you do with your time is a function of how you can be better. And that's why whether the rich people or the not too rich people, we all have 24 hours credited to us.
Very well.
So if we do a time audit of what we spend our time on a daily basis, many people, unfortunately, will not get 24 hours credited back to them.
Yeah.
So gift or talent, we all have it. People, we all have it. Time, We all have it. The fourth financial resource is knowledge. What you know is what will give you an edge. If you spell the letter, 9-letter words knowledge, is KNO, which is know, the first letter, 4 letters. The last 4 letters is edge. So what you know should give you an edge by what you do with the L in between, which is knowledge. It's knowledge, it's learning, it's leverage. So the fifth financial resource, which is what we spend all our life looking for, is money. Unfortunately, money is different from currency. The only currency that is money in the world today is the United States dollar, which can be used as currency of trade in the world.
Yeah.
So if you now harness those 5 financial resources, which I've mentioned, gifts or talent, the people, the time, the knowledge, and money, you will discover that your level of literacy of finance will go beyond the fiat currency, which is money. And I tell people, it is not the lack of money that is the problem. It's the lack of the knowledge of the other 4 resources.
Yes. Yes.
So if you have gift or talent, you can convert it to money, sir.
Wow.
If you can manage your social capital, you can convert it to money.
People.
If you have enough knowledge, you can convert it to money. If you use your time well, you can convert it to money. So I tell people there are some rooms in this life that you need somebody inside to open it to you, not your certificate, not your money.
Yes.
So when people say they are earning so much, they cannot make like, it's because they lack knowledge of the first 4 resources that constitute finance.
Wow.
It's basic. So it's not the hard work per se. So when you know that A, B, C, D, E is your financial resource, you will now begin to apply yourself to how you do what you know. That is why you will know that you cannot invest in Ponzi scheme or pyramid scheme.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you know that it is not how many hours I spend, but how I spend the time effectively.
Yeah.
So to that extent, unfortunately, these things I've said are not in our educational curriculum. Nobody teaches us in school.
Wow.
Even our parents didn't know any better. But I tell people I have stopped blaming my parents because they only knew what they did with what they knew. So now that I know better, my children should not wake up and blame me because they will definitely be better than me because I am passing that on. So once we address that situation, you see that it will now affect every other thing we do.
Yes, yes.
You live your size per time. You don't buy what you don't need to impress people you don't like so that you sell it off at loss.
Yes.
All those things. And you know, it is traumatizing for some people and they have not healed from the trauma. There's what we call poverty trauma. Many people have not healed from it.
Wow.
Sorry, I'm trying to, shake the table. But the truth of the matter is we must learn these things at every stage in life so that we can make better financial choices. And that's why we're here where we are today as a people.
Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
So what are the biggest financial mistakes that we Nigerians make, and what are those simple habits that we can?
Now, the problem, which is a financial mistake to humans, let me not use Nigerians, because human beings are the same everywhere. Lack of financial intelligence. Because when you have it, it will improve your choices, right?
Yeah.
You will not buy something to impress anybody.
People
Number
you don't
2,
like.
you will live within a budget. Count, before a man builds a house, he first sits down and counts the costs. Then you will know that with my resources that I earn, I may not be able to build a duplex. I can build a bungalow. I will not be able to compare myself with another person because I also don't know what other financial resources the person has that is making money. He may be living his life in such a way that I'm impressed, but I may not have the full knowledge of what he earns. Number 2, don't wake up to impress people because you don't know what they are doing to fund their lifestyle. Another kind of thing we have in Nigeria is the lifestyle inflation. Many people live way above their legitimate earnings. But if you live low or a bit below what you earn, you won't have business comparing yourself with another person. So what are now the habits? Tell yourself, am I living within the confines of my resources, either husband or wife or both? Now, these resources I'm living with, am I using a lifestyle to impress others? Some persons are in in terrible financial issues situations because of the kind of lifestyle they live, the school they put their children, the kind of house they are renting, the kind of cars they drive. I tell people, if you calculate how much you spend to maintain car in 10 years, it will be more than how much you bought that car
the car.
in terms of fueling.
yeah.
But some people just buy it because they want this status symbol and they are pushed by the environment they live. Let me not be the only one. And unfortunately, this lifestyle is showing that they are not financially literate. And if it shows they're not financially literate, you make poor financial goals. And I tell people, another habit that we should learn is not savings. Savings is a good culture, but a bad habit.
Okay.
Savings is a good culture.
Yes.
You have been able to save. The habit that you eventually use to spend what you have saved is a problem. So saving is a good culture, but what you spend it on is the habit. So I've saved money. I tell people, you either save money to invest or you save money for emergencies. So if I've saved money through any other means, what I should invest in it should be able to double the returns on investment. That's to say that my habits are good. I've saved, good culture. Some people, because of the environment they live, it has helped them to be able to build good saving culture, have bulk money. But what they end up doing with the money is a problem. It becomes a bad habit. So we must cultivate that habit. Another thing, people need to have accountability system around them. It may be your wife, it may be your friend, it may be your brother, but there must be an accountability system that keeps you in check. In check, in the sense that we can be carried away. We're emotional beings. Let me give myself a treat. What if that treat is not within your budget?
Sure.
As long as it's not the meal you eat, anything can be deferred. Or you plan it.
Very well.
And that's why in advanced climb, they plan their vacation. So when you see them spending money, you are wondering, and they've denied themselves of a lot of things to be able to enjoy that vacation. But here, because we even lack financial literacy, you don't even know what to plan. And when you are saving the money, you just blow it to impress people. So the point is, these habits are difficult to unlearn because we have not been taught from childhood. But if we have been taught from childhood, you discover that, you don't spend to impress people. You don't buy anything expensive. And I tell people, nothing is really expensive. If you cannot afford it, it doesn't mean it's expensive. And I tell people that you can pay for something does not mean you can afford it. That you can pay for it does not mean you can afford it. Because our financial budget and expenses are different. So if Mr. KBB can afford something and I can pay for it, that does not mean I can also afford it because I don't know what his plans are for that thing. And that's why I tell people these habits are within your financial knowledge. So don't use somebody else's financial lack of plan to become your financial emergency. Many of us, we just run helter-skelter for people, and you are afraid to say no. Learn to tell people no and sleep properly. Me, I know it. I will tell you no. I will sleep and nothing. You can't put me on high jump because I don't know when you started your financial mistakes. So don't come and rub it on me because I'm saving my own money for my own financial goal. Yes, there's provision for emergency. I give you an example. 2 weeks ago, I had an accident. A bike ran into me. But because my car is comprehensively insured, insurance paid. And within 4 days, submitted all the documents, insurance paid. So that speaks to tell you that I'm financially literate to the point that I know that I make provision for insurance.
Wow.
But many people don't. And that is when they will say, how will you pay? And within 48, the insurance company pay because I met all the conditions, I snapped the picture, they verified, they got the assessors, and they paid. It's as simple as that. And this is in Jos, not Lagos or Abuja or Port Harcourt. In Jos. And the insurance company is in Jos. It's as simple as that. So these are little habits that we need to learn and begin to cultivate because it's going to help to a large extent.
Awesome, sir. Thank you so much. Recently, I had to settle a quarrel between a couple. So I'd like to ask, sir, do you advise that couples should have a joint account?
Okay.
Yes.
Now, when you say joint account, I rather say joint accounting system.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because what you mean joint account is Benny and Mr. and Mrs. They put money there. Now, it is on that basis I propose to my wife. On the basis of joint account and joint accounting system. Both of us are finance people.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up seeing my father doing joint account because I don't know. Neither did she. But because of what we have heard.
Yeah.
And both of us work in the bank. And I told her, if we can be vulnerable to being naked and not ashamed, is it our money that we will not keep aside? That does not mean we have the same knowledge about finance from our background. So we decided to have difficult conversations about money ab initio. We started talking about money even before we got married.
Wow.
And these are the conversations that people do not have. They only talk about the family background, your genotype, your all those. They are good though. We started talking about money. And the first account we opened, 2005 April, was a joint account, even before we got married.
Wow.
Wow.
Yes. And we were putting money in for our wedding. So she was earning more than me then, but there's a percentage everybody puts in that account. And unknown to me, she had a secret prayer that I hope my husband will earn more than me. And 6 weeks to wedding, I got a job that I can earn and pay her own salary.
Wow.
But we kept on putting that money there. Now, growing, we worked in different locations, but family is always key. There's money that goes in there. There's money that goes in. And when we were building our first house, we sat down and said, see, I'm earning more than you now. Let's use my own money to build the house. Why will use your own money to run the family? And in 9 months, we built our house.
Wow.
And this is in Jos.
Awesome.
So why am I saying so? The problem is many couples do not have financial discussions before getting into marriage. So whether it is a joint account or a joint accounting, so what did we do? And what which I advise couple? We must have a central account where everybody puts a percentage of what he earns into that account. Major family projects are run from that account. School fees, house rent. Unfortunately, I've not been paying house rent for 15 years, so I don't know. So because I've been living in my own house. So major projects are done from that account. Put your money there. Everybody puts. You cannot tell me that she doesn't have some personal needs she wants to meet with her own personal money. I don't ask my wife to submit her. I have never asked her to submit her salary. I have never.
Wow.
Because it's inconsequential. I'm too financially literate to be waiting for her. And she knows that this is her duty to that joint accounting system. She puts money there. I put money there. Want to pay school fees, big school fees. We pull it out from there. Vacation, pull it out from there. Want to buy car, pull it out from there. And it is Ima and Abigail, not Ima alone. It is a family thing. Because I had to bring her up to speed to my level of financial knowledge. Most times where you have a problem is where the woman is more financially literate than the man. So I give you an example. If, for instance, the daughter of a billionaire is getting married to the son of a village man, you can't expect that their financial knowledge is the same. The man will think that she's not submissive.
Yes.
But he has failed to know that he needs to upgrade his financial knowledge, sir. It's easier for the man to pull the woman up. Number two, we will not take out the fact that some men or some women can be reckless with spending.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do not want to mortgage your family issues because of, you must discuss this matter. Because at the end of the day, they say you are the owner of the home. Why didn't you do this? And at times, the man may be truly reckless. At times, it is the woman that is reckless in spending. I don't question my wife saying she needs some money. 2-3 weeks ago, she said, can I get 50,000 there? My wife knows that I have it. That's why she's asking. I just transferred it to her.
Yeah. Capacity.
She knows. She knows. She cannot ask me what she knows I don't have. Because she see the dashboard is there. She's seen the dashboard. She's plotting the graph. So it's not a difficult thing. That does not mean if she wants to give somebody 5K, 10K somewhere, she has her own personal resources that she can do from, or I have my own that I do from. Family, parents, we do it from the start until I lost my parents and all that. So we do all that. The point is this, it's a difficult conversation to have, but it's a priority conversation that must be had.
Yes.
Because you are not at the same level coming to get married. So you must be now begin to sharpen yourself, and you are invariably teaching your children. My daughter knows what she will ask, and she knows that it's me that will give. She knows what she wants, that she knows that it's her mom that will give. She knows it. Because we have trained, she's 18, for instance, so she knows. They are seeing how you are handling money. And because I want them to be used to the fact that money is a tool. Money is everywhere in the house. It can't get missing. Because they are going to enter the larger world. Let them not see money as something very... And they have their separate accounts, and money is there, and they know it is their money. It's not that daddy or mommy will spend their money. So we were in church, somebody gave my son, is it 2,000, 3,000? He came and said, Mommy, please put it in my account. How does he know there's an account? Because, and he said, I want to see my balance.
Wow.
Yes. These are things that our own parents didn't know.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't expect them to tell you what they don't know. So we need to be deliberate as parents. You may not know, go for seminars, go for coaching, pay for coaching. Some of these things, you need to unlearn them. It's traumatic, particularly if you have poverty trauma from where you're coming from, and you have heard your parents saying, we don't pluck money on trees. That's why we have multiple streams of income. Comes from everywhere. And for people like us, when some income come in, we know what it is meant for. We know what we tie it to. And that's how it is done.
So if you had the opportunity to teach us one financial principle that could change our future, what would it be?
Financial discipline.
Financial discipline.
Yes. You have to be personally disciplined first. Don't forget, people will say you are stingy. Most people that they call people stingy, they are not stingy, they are tightwad. There's what we call tightwad in finance.
Okay.
Now, your being tightwad is you want to be sure that this is necessary to be done now.
Yeah.
And when you have valued it and it's not necessary and you don't want to lose when they say you are stingy, how much is it? The truth of the matter is those careless changes, we call it damning in finance, are what people gather to do something big. So just imagine all the change that you have dashed people. If you put it together, that does not mean you shouldn't dash people money. But it should be planned. That's the truth. So we need to improve on our personal financial discipline. Once you are disciplined, it will affect every other thing so that you buy things that you need, not things you can afford. Because in the real sense of it,
Things you need, not things you can afford.
yes, because I tell people, if, for instance, maybe ladies, no apologies anyway, anything you don't wear in the last 6 months, you don't need it. Go and check.
Ladies, we need to put this
As a matter of principle, let me say this. In the last 21 years, I've only had 2 waist belts.
21 years.
I bought the 2 belts 13th of August 2005.
Wow.
And Benny, you know, as a man, who looks at your belt? Who looks? And I bought those belts 7,000 then. So how much will 7,000 belt in 21 years ago cost now? You don't know if I'm wearing belts, so why will I be changing belts? That is an example. 21 years, I have only 2 belts.
Designers belts.
Of course. So
That's why it lasted
what
for
is the value of that kind of a belt in today's economy? You know how much it will worth. So those things, invest in such things. Yes, that does not mean you may not want to indulge yourself, but once you are indulging yourself, stay within your financial goal. There is a time I told myself, in 2 years, I won't buy any footwear, any clothes. And I made sure I don't overgrow them by doing exercise. I don't have more than 4 black shoes at any point in time. I don't use more than 2 wristwatches at a point in time. If it's getting to be a third one, I dash one out. It is discipline. You may say I'm hard on myself, but no. These are the things I do, and people will come and say, can you just square us something? Somebody, I had a request recently. The person spoke to me last in 2022, and it was a request. And I obliged. And after that, after I obliged, the person didn't talk again. And the person appeared from the moon and thought there is charm in the mouth, and he wants me to fall for the charm. I ignored, and heaven did not fall. I slept normal. If we do that, sometimes people need such things to be able to get them to think. I'm not saying there are not advanced financial challenges, but black tax is a major problem for us in Africa. Family issues this person has never asked me for money. If I don't give now, how will he feel? Let him feel anyhow. Because if you are not okay, if you are reckless, they won't come to you. And family resources should be planned together. Don't isolate your husband. Don't isolate your wife. Don't isolate the children. So that you can train them too. You are training a child that is going to marry somebody else's child. So just imagine if all of us are well trained and we are meeting. We'll be having serious conversation. And it will be at an incremental level to make the family better. Because once the family can understand finance, the society will be better.
Thank you.
It is because society is not better, family is not better, that we are important. And that's why people go and occupy public offices and they steal money. Because they believe that it's my opportunity to amass wealth. They lack financial discipline. They do lack, honestly. And that's why we need to keep this conversation open so that we can, enlighten as many people as possible. And of course, we probably have a better society that can manage finances.
Wow. So much to learn and unlearn.
And relearn.
And relearn.
And relearn.
This is much we can take on the deep dive segment of this episode of Beyond the Surface with KBB. We want to say thank you to our guests,
It's a pleasure.
the one and only Dr. Emmanuel
It's a pleasure.
Idenyi Shaibu. Thanks for
pleasure.
coming. We have a small gift for you, sir.
Here. on behalf of Beyond the Surface with KBB, thank you very much, sir.
This is Benny now. So you want me to be looking at your face?
Yes, when you are drinking tea, sir.
Yes, I'll travel with it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
It's a
sir.
pleasure.
Beyond the surface with KBB, with KBB. Beyond the surface, exploring life, inspiring change, creating impact.
Today on Inspiration Spotlight, I want to share with you a very short story. A few years back, a friend of mine from Benue State called me, and he informed me that there was an event happening in Benue. It's organized by a government agency. So they were going to have this conference for about a week, in Benue State. So we applied, to handle the multimedia service for, that particular event. So I applied from here, and then I sent the proposal to my friend. So he took it to the office. After 2 weeks, we kept waiting. What's happening? What's happening? They've not replied us yet. He said, yeah, so it will be difficult to get the job. They may not give it to us. However, the man that is in charge of that department, he doesn't stay in Benue. Most of the time he is in Abuja. He's a very nice man, but the problem is, before you meet him, you have to pass through his staff, his PA, his secretaries, and the man has employed all his kinsmen there, all his tribesmen. So the moment you're not even their tribe, you can't have access to the man. So I said, okay. But a few days later, I was in Abuja and I was holding the proposal. So one morning, I decided, to just go and try to see the man. So I prayed, that morning. After praying, then I decided to wear one of my South's, traditional wears. So I had blue color, I had red color. So somehow, I think it was God that was just leading me to wear the red. So I wore the red color, and I got a taxi. I was on my way to the man's office. While we got to some traffic stop, some traffic junction, then I saw somebody hawking a cap. He was hawking a cap. So I didn't even really look his way, because I don't like buying things from, by the road like that. So, but the guy just came. He was insisting, Oga, see this cap, you go match your clothes. Then the driver too now answered, it's true, it will match your clothes. He was holding a red and a black cap. So I collected the cap, I bought it, then I wore it. It was looking, very fine together with my red dress. So I got to the man's office. On getting to the man's office, I didn't know that the dress I was wearing, was the attire for Idoma people. I didn't know. And everybody there is Idoma. So I didn't know, and I couldn't even speak any Idoma that day. So when I got there, from the gate, the security people, they started showing respect. They started greeting me, sir, Maochi. I would say, Anya. So I had them saying Maochi. I think Maochi means good morning. So I just said Anya. I walked in, I saw the next person. I said Maochi. He said Anya. The next person said Maochi. Me, I answered Anya, like that. Till I got to the secretary and till I got to the PA. Who do you want to see? I want to see Oga. The PA started saying some things in Idoma. I was just smiling and nodding my head, but I wasn't even hearing what he was saying. Lo and behold, I was taken into the office and I met the man one-on-one. The man just greeted me in Idoma language. I just answered Anya, I smiled. Then he said, why are you here? So I presented the proposal to him. And he said, okay, I saw this some weeks back in my office in Benue. Oh, so you are the one? I said, yes. He now spoke something in Idoma again. I just smiled and I laughed, I was just giving him, smiles. And then later he said, I like you. You're always smiling. I said, thank you, sir. Before you know it, boom. That was how we got the deal to power a 7-day event for that government agency. Thank you.
Beyond the surface with KBB, with KBB. Beyond the surface, exploring life, inspiring change, creating impact.
everyone, my name is Brida and this is Beyond the Surface with KBB. Right now we're in the streets of Jos doing a street pulse. So let's get into the streets.
Beyond the surface with KBB, with KBB. Beyond the surface.
Okay, very nice to meet you. So I'm going to be asking you some questions and if you can get all of them correct, you're going to win a sum of 2K. So are you ready?
If at all.
Okay. So the first question is, name a Nigerian artist that starts with the letter L.
No. I don't do the Nigerian music now. Damn. Letter L.
Name a Nigerian artist that starts with the letter L. It can be Christian, it can be secular.
No, I don't know.
Okay, first question. Name 3 African countries that you know. Three that starts with letter N.
Letter N. England.
That starts with letter N.
And England.
England now.
They're wrong.
So,
Name the 7 continents.
Mars, Jupiter, Mars, Jupiter, oceans, sorry. You said Mars, Jupiter, and oceans, and crack me because it was today. I made this thing. This was
Okay, next question. What's the capital of China?
the capital of China is. I know they're trying to call it. Oh God. Mumbai.
Okay, so what is the capital of Nigeria?
I should name them.
No, just the capital of Nigeria.
Abuja.
Yeah, you're correct. So congratulations, you have won 2K. There's your prize money. Thank you. Okay, so the question is, what's the capital of Ghana?
The capital of Ghana, Accra.
You're correct. You win a sum of 2K. Thank you. You're welcome. So name an African country that starts with the letter M.
Mozambique.
You're correct. So what's the name of a doctor that specializes in treating women?
Gynecology.
Okay, you're correct. So here's your 2K.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So name a Nigerian artist that has the letter D.
Nigeria.
Artist that has the letter D. Artist like singer that starts with the letter D.
Davido.
You're correct. Congratulations, you win 2K.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All the best.
With KBB, with KBB. Beyond the surface, exploring life, inspiring change, creating impact.
Welcome to the Laugh Lounge segment of Beyond the Surface with KBB.
Yeah.
So, KBB, what do you have for us today?
All right. Today on Laugh Lounge, let me share with you a short true life story.
Okay.
Many years back, our music group, we had an opportunity to travel to Europe for a music tour. So before we traveled, we traveled to Denmark. Before we traveled, one of our friends, called us and told us that, okay, you guys are coming in the cold season, so make sure you bring a lot of
prepared.
jackets. You know.
That kind of thing.
So as a normal sharp Jos guy now, we have somewhere called Katako KT. So we went there. Everybody bought jackets. You know. So the night before we left, you know, we were in our hotel room, and everybody was just like showcasing their jackets. You know, I had the green, I had the red, I had the black. You know, everybody was just showcasing. So we were 4, you know, on that tour. So one of the guys, yeah, his name is Martins. You know, he now brought the last one. The thing was white in color. You know, like he has a lot of hair. You know, he has this fur. You know, very soft. You say, oh boy, now you win. Oh boy, now this is your jacket. Anyway, we packaged the jackets. We traveled. So one day while we were in Denmark, one evening we had a concert for 4 p.m. So normally we would leave an hour before. You know. So it was 3 p.m. and we were waiting for our host. Our host for that concert, her name was Teresa. We were waiting for her to come, you know, from the first floor, you know, come to the ground floor, meet us, and then we go. So we kept waiting for her until we started running late. So I was wondering. Then later when we now met her, Teresa, what happened? We've been waiting for you. You didn't come down since. She said, oh, Benny, sorry. I came earlier, but when I came, I saw that you guys were not ready. I said, no, we were ready. She said, no, you guys were not ready because Martins was wearing a jacket, you know, like he was going to have his bath. So she thought he was going to have his bath. That was where, you know. So his jacket was a bathrobe. I said, a bathrobe in carry come Yankee, we don't know.
I got the phone fly.
I was really so on point.
Since that day,
He
like,
nailed it.
oh boy, come out of your jacket, I beg you carry bathrobe, go stage. Eh?
Oh my God, so that's it.
Beyond the surface with KBB, with KBB. Beyond the surface, exploring life, inspiring change, creating impact.
Hello there. You're welcome to Beyond the Surface with KBB. Right now, we are on the streets for the impact zone. Come along as we get on. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
All right. My name is Benny from Beyond the Surface with KBB. All right. What do you sell, ma?
Selling black soap.
Black soap. That's the one they call Sabulu Solo.
Sabulu solo.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Can you sell for me 500 around? Can you sell for me 500 around?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 500 around. Madam, put jala o. Put jala o.
Mix it for you.
Oh, they used to mix it with something?
Yes.
What's that?
You used to clear rashes.
It will clear rashes.
Yes.
Mix it for me.
Sabulu solo.
Black soap, Sabulu Solo. So I just bought it, but I'm gonna, you know, give it to somebody else now. Can I give it to you? Congratulations! All right, ma. I'd like to have a talk with you. Yeah. So my name is Benny from Beyond the Surface with KBB, and you know, it's about to be holiday time, and the children will be at home. They will be eating too much food, so we want to support you with some little food stuff. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you married, ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many kids do you have?
4.
4 kids.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is it okay if we take you for shopping to buy some food stuff?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Thank you. Let's go. So this is Beyond the Surface with KBB. We're here right in Shop City Supermarket with Mrs. Yilret David. We just met her. I never met her before today. We just met her selling black soap, Sabudum Solo in Tudunwada Market. And we are happy to bring her here and try to put a smile on her face. Mrs. Yilret, do you have anything to say to Beyond the Surface with KBB?
I like to appreciate what you did for me today. I thank God for meeting me today. When you go back for there, you will tell them, send my for them.
Yeah, we should send your gratitude,
Yes, sir.
your appreciation.
Appreciation for them.
All right, ma. Thank you so much. I won't be able to go home with you, so when you go home, say hi to Mr. David, your husband, for us, and your 4 children. Share our love with them. Thank you. All right, we want to give a big shout out to Shop City Supermarket, Madam herself, the director, the manager, and all the staff of Shop City. We want to say thank you and we appreciate you. For now, this is Beyond the Surface with KBB. See you next time.
Beyond the surface with KBB, with KBB. Beyond the surface, exploring life, inspiring change, creating impact.
Remember, there's always more beneath the surface. Until next time, keep inspiring, keep smiling, and keep making an impact. I am Aisha, and this is Beyond the Surface with KBB. Bye!